This is Hannibal here from the HannibalTV.com with a daily wrestling news update. Some sad news. NFL Hall of Famer Kevin Greene, who was a linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers and wrestled numerous times in WCW from 96 to 98 in both singles and tag team matches. He passed away at 58 today. The causes are unknown still. He ranks the third all-time in sacks with 160. He was a two-time All-Pro and a five-time Pro Bowler. And he was a pretty good wrestler from what I would recall. I was pretty young in those days, and I couldn't really judge how good an actual wrestler they were, but I remember that he was entertaining from what I saw of him. Smackdown did a 0.3 rating on Friday night. I did not see the TLC pay-per-view, but it featured, I guess, The Fiend being burnt dead or something. I don't know. We heard last week that USA was really upset that Raw last week had the lowest all-time Monday Night Raw rating, 0.41, and viewership. And they wanted to see more like violence in wrestling and more, I guess, adult content. So I guess WWE is taking that to let's burn people alive. But the problem is, in wrestling, that just comes off as goofy, unfortunately. Whatever. If you like WWE, good for you. I'll continue not watching it. I'd rather watch SWE Fury, one of my favorite wrestling promotions out there today. Dave Meltzer's Dave Meltzer's mother, passed away today too at 91. I am sorry to hear about that. I am going to do an interview tomorrow with Brittany Nicole, who is an announcer for SWE Fury, and she also owns a company in Louisiana. It was her birthday on Monday. Very, very beautiful young woman, very curvaceous, and I'm sure she knows actually a lot about wrestling. And I don't know much about wrestling in Louisiana in the 2020s. So we're going to get into that tomorrow. Mike Hamilton tips me $50. He says, keep up the good work. Put that towards one of my interviews. And Mike Hamilton, by the way, is the owner of Hybrid Wrestling that has an event coming up on December the 31st in, I believe, Atlantic City. Mike, you could send me the details. But he also sent me a match between Maria Manick and Willow Nightingale from Hybrid Wrestling that I'm probably going to post within the next hour. So by the time most of you see this, you'll be able to look up that match from Hybrid Wrestling. So thank you very much for that tip, Mike. And Crimson and Jax Dane, two wrestlers that were managed by Road Warrior Animal before he passed. There, at least Jax Dane is going to be working with SWE Fury soon, and I don't know about Crimson, but we'll find out Wednesday at 2 p.m. I'll be interviewing them. So thanks again, Mike, for that $50 tip. I really appreciate it. David Lackey says happy birthday to Brittany. So let me get into some of your comments here. Mike says R.I.P. to Kevin Greene. David says hi. Someone says, what up? Vernon remembers Kevin Greene. Merd says it sounds very close to cancellation with some of these ratings. I don't know if they're going to cancel any of these shows, but it's unlikely they'll be renewed for as much money. But people say that all the time as they continuously decline, and they still keep getting renewed for more money. So who knows? Not my problem to worry about. I'll just report on the ratings. Danny says Vince has all-time low ratings because he keeps bringing new things to the table in terms of WWE Network. He also says, why bother with today's product if you can watch just about anything? I don't have the WWE Network. No interest. Mike says, RIP, Mrs. Meltzer. David ordered my hoodie. So the next SWE Fury show, will I autograph it for him? Yes, I will autograph your The Hannibal TV hoodie that, by the way, is available in our The Hannibal TV merch store. You can find the link in the description of this video or at thehannibaltv.com. You can also find this Blood Hunter shirt. Blood Hunter is my favorite wrestler, and Blaze is, I think, definitely the strongest valet in wrestling for sure. One of the most gorgeous females in wrestling. A lot of people have compared her to Sasha Banks, and she will be continuing on in Great North Wrestling, managing the Blood Hunter in 2021.